guys, welcome to another Hull City RTG video. I wanted to start this one off as it's Christmas Eve by saying thank you to you guys, not just the patrons that are on screen right now that have helped out over the past few weeks and months this year, but each and every single one of you that have continued to watch the videos, show your support, drop likes on the videos, subscribed, and make sure that you've left your feedback in the comment section down below. All of my series this year have been moulded by your support and will continue to be so moving forward as well. I just wanted to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Do enjoy the one day, those of you in the UK, that you're able to get with people from other households, etc., to spend with. Those of you around the world, I'm not sure what your situation is with regards to the pandemic and all of the different restrictions that are in place around the globe, but regardless of whatever's going on in your country, in your family, in your household, have a very Merry Christmas, a fantastic December the 25th. If you don't celebrate it, have a great Friday. And outside of that, I will see you for a proper intro in a moment for this video of the Hull City career mode. There won't be a video tomorrow on Christmas Day, but we'll be back on Boxing Day with another video as well to continue on the series. Thank you so much for your support this year. I very much appreciate it, and I'll see you guys, well, in about 2 seconds. The playoff hunt is still very much alive, and everything we believe is in our hands. We very nearly got picked apart in the January transfer window a couple of days ago, but after some tough games against playoff rivals in the last episode, a respectable haul of 7 points from those 4 games see us still sit about 3 points outside the 6th spot. Actually, it's 5 now, but we have a game in hand. As you can see there, we've dropped to 9th. We've got 11 games to go. Everyone else has 10, and we are 5 points off Birmingham in that 6th spot, but we can close that to 2 if we win our game in hand today, which I believe is this first game away from home against Millwall. So, as I mentioned at the end of yesterday's episode, we're going to be playing every single game remaining this season. So rather than split this month into 2, play this whole month in one go and sim a couple, we're going to split it into 2. Millwall, Bristol City and high-flying Sheffield Wednesday today, Aston Villa, Middlesbrough and Brentford tomorrow, before Birmingham, Stoke and Huddersfield, followed by Cardiff and Charlton. And I imagine by the time we get to this Huddersfield game, or even before the Stoke game, we'll have a better idea of how the season is going to end. So there might be a couple of simmed games right at the end when nothing matters. But let's not sim any games at the moment where every game matters. So Millwall away to start, down at the New Den. They're 18th in the table. You can see Sheffield Wednesday are up around us in 8th. So certainly some big games today again as ever. We've got a number of games though against teams in the lower half of the table. Bristol City, Millwall, Brentford, Huddersfield. That's 4 at least in the remaining few games of the season. Was it Brentford? Yeah, Brentford as well. So, and Huddersfield Town and Charlton for that matter too. So at least half of our remaining games are against teams that are in the bottom half of the table. Middlesbrough in 15th as well, that's bottom half. Stoke in 13th, that's bottom half. We have an agreeable run-in that should lead us to have a positive run of form to hopefully get that 6th spot. And you never know, just with the way that the season ended last year, we might be able to push higher. It's a tough ask to get any higher. Oh look, they're zooming in on me. My 100th game in charge. My 100th game in football management, and a cheeky little cutscene for it too. I like that. It's the first time I've seen my manager behind the scenes. We've seen him on the pitch, celebrating with the players, but never actually behind the scenes like that. Right then, what does the Millwall starting 11 look like? This is what the Millwall starting lineup looks like. Frankie Fielding in goal, Sean Hutchison with the captain's armband, Jed Wallace in their midfield, Ryan Leonard is a decent central midfielder as well. Another 5 at the back. Surprised to see so many 5 at the back formations in the Championship, but for some teams they work, for others they really don't. It's not the best of playing surfaces here in South London against Millwall. This is not going to be an easy game. They're scrapping for every point to ensure their survival. We're scrapping for every point to get out of the division, let alone stay in it. Trying our absolute best in these final few episodes. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this season and looking forward to the remainder of it. and let me know in the comment section down below where at this stage you think we might finish this year. I've still no idea, to be completely honest. I'm praying for 6th. Mahoney. Oh, it's loose from Wallace, but not able to step in and steal it away. Here's Ryan Leonard looking out wide for the forward rushing Romeo from right back. Leonard back to him. Device drawn out of position to try and deal with this. Try and get it off Romeo if I can. Lunged and couldn't get there. I read that pass, and Elder does well, but can't get the ball away from them properly. Romeo again has a number of options. Our Device just can't get his foot on the ball, can he? Elder does well. Right, Lewis Potter, break into that space. Malik Wilks is wanting that ball played in front of him so he can run onto it. It has to be. It couldn't not be. It is 1-0 Hull City in the 26th minute. Millwall pressed, and from that, the space is opened up in behind. And Malik Wilks, given a chance that clear cut, won't miss it. Romeo over the top. Elder trying to get there, can't, and by committing forward, now it's us that has the space in behind. Jed Wallace driving into it. Oh, he's gotten lucky with the way that's rebounded back to him. I tried to get there with the defender and couldn't. Oh, but this time we get lucky with Device. It's their turn to misplace a pass quite poorly, and we'll work it away. Can we come down this left-hand side again and replicate that first goal? Maybe. Not quite in exactly the same way, but Pinto's here and he's got runners, one of which is Greg Doherty, going to drive into the space that's been opened up by this Millwall back line, and he's kicked it straight at Frankie Fielding, and we will not get a second goal from the corner perhaps. Emmanuel deflected off Pearce. Oh, that could have gone anywhere. That really wasn't far away. You can see all of the Hull fans applauding. What was a decent set piece. We'll try again. Yordi Device could be underneath this one. Yordi Device is underneath this one. And Yordi Device misses the target. Big Falvey. Nedjelkov out to Mahoney. Good touch. That is dangerous, actually. And he might keep this in here, Leonard. Oh, it hit the post, I think. I think that hit the post. I mean, it was brave or foolish. One of the two to try and shoot from there. When he had options in the middle, if it goes in, he's a hero. If it doesn't, as it didn't, then perhaps he's a bit of a fool for not playing it across to a teammate who may well have had a simple tap-in. Millwall threatening at the end of the first half, though. Thankfully, we are able, thanks to that near post, to keep our lead intact. But Millwall, if they start the second half the way they ended the first, we're in trouble in this second 45, and we need to sharpen up. Wallace over the top, looking for Mahoney. May well have been offside there. He's kept the ball in beautifully, and the keeper didn't come for it. All the time in the world to pick the flight of the ball and come and catch that, George Long. Time and time again, you have made brilliant saves this season, but that is a mistake. He's done brilliantly to keep it in there, the Millwall winger, but the keeper can come and get that. I'm sorry, the keeper can come and get that. Elder caught at the back post by Jed Wallace, who just rises earlier and higher. But I can't look any further than George Long for making a mistake there. It is so very rare that he does. And we've dedicated episodes to him in the past for all of the good things he's done. But that might cost us a win here against Millwall in a game where we've struggled to really create properly clear-cut opportunities outside of the one that we took. Wilkes get this back here to Wallace. Looking for the runner, Pinto. Lets it run. Lets it go. And, oh, that was meant for Malik Wilks. We'll find Malik Wilks. The touch is good. The turn is good. The shot saved. Pinto can't miss. Is he onside? Yes, he is. Pinto stays was the theme tune to the other episode a couple of days ago. Pinto gives us the lead. Is the way things go in this one. Very fortunate. Brilliant save by the keeper. Tipped onto the post. And he couldn't miss. Leonardo Pinto, he absolutely could not miss. Yeah! They weren't level for long, Millwall. Elder inside to Pinto. Forward to James Scott, who's come off the bench here. Doherty's short. Go into Pinto. And you know what's coming. The ball across here to James Scott. Under control. Well, if Pinto couldn't miss from the previous goal, James Scott shouldn't have missed from that one either. That is why we've dropped him from the starting lineup, because he's not clinical enough when the time comes. I cannot believe he's not given us a 3-1 lead there. There's been some calls to give him a chance back in the starting lineup. That's case in point as to why he hasn't had that chance back in the starting lineup. On the overlap is Lewis Potter. I'd rather start Lewis Potter at striker than James Scott. Can he bury this one? No, but that wasn't necessarily specifically his fault. Oh, it is a goal kick though, apparently. Could have been 3-1 and game over with 7 minutes to go. It's not, and the game still hangs in the balance. Around the corner to Lewis Potter again. Doherty's... Oh, Jesus, what a terrible pass. What a terrible tackle. Come on, lads. All we needed to do was keep possession there. Maybe create a chance or at least waste time at the other end of the field. And thankfully for me, Jed Wallace can't keep that in. A mistake from him that might well cost Millwall any chance of getting themselves a point from this one. We could have seen it done and dusted, and Scott could have ensured that Millwall had no chance of getting anything from this one if he'd have buried that one, but he put it off the post. But with time ticking down, this will be game now. We'll look to him again. That's a poor pass from Pinto, to be fair, who has 95 short passing now, by the way, Leonardo Pinto. Up to 81 rated. I may well, if we don't get promoted, have to look to loan him out next year just to ensure that we don't lose him to a permanent deal. Because bids are going to start flooding in for Leonardo Pinto. With his potential, his current ability and his age, it's only a matter of time before clubs bigger than Ajax come sniffing. And we were lucky to keep hold of him with Ajax in the January transfer window. Very, very lucky indeed. It's only because Ajax left it so late that we didn't lose our star player. Right, coming up next, the second of today's three, where hopefully we can build on that win against Millwall and, fingers crossed, add another 3 points to our tally. In something I've not seen before, James Scott has put in a loan request. I didn't know that was a thing. I've seen players be unhappy and put in a transfer request, and then that's it, they're on the transfer list, there's nothing you could do about it, the board have accepted it. James Scott is on the loan list now. It says, I have to report that James Scott has contacted us to say that you have made no attempt to resolve the issues around his playing time. I literally just brought him off the bench. As a club, we tried to avoid any discontent within the squad. Would you attempt to find a club willing to take the player on loan? And I went to his profile here, and you can see status, submitted loan request. So he's on the loan list, and it won't let me take him off the loan list. So he's got what he wants with regards getting onto the loan list, but he's not going to get the chance to go on loan until next season now. So it's a bit late for that. I'll still use him here and there, as well as Charlie Barnett here and there, as we have done. But I don't know what James Scott's future is then at the club. Obviously, next season, if he does go out on loan, depending on what league we're in, he might be well behind the power curve with regards to the growth of the side by the time he comes back. Especially if we make it to the Premier League this year. It's still in the balance as to whether we'll make the Premier League this year. So, Birmingham won their extra game. That's annoying. So we're still 5 points with a game in hand. It was 2 points prior to the game that Birmingham played at the weekend. We're playing on the Tuesday. So it's time to crack on and take on Bristol City away from home at Ashton Gate now. Do I throw Scott in? It might be a bit of a risk, but I'll do it. I'll give him the game, and we'll see what he comes up with. Something better than that missed chance against Millwall, I hope. Daniel Bentley in goal for Bristol City. Andy Vyman up top. Antoine Semenyo is a player that's very good on Football Manager. I'm not sure how good he is on FIFA. Nodge in the midfield is decent. Masengo I don't know much about. Another 5-back. Thomas Callas at the back. Mariappa there as well. So there is some Premier League experience in the defence for them. And in the attack, I guess, with Andy Vyman as well. We shall wait and see. Semenyo, though, is fast. I know that much, at least from FM. Unless those stats haven't transferred themselves over to FIFA. But I'm pretty sure Semenyo is rapid. Oh, and I was just about to try and play... Keane Lewis Potter in behind there. We might have the chance to still play someone in behind. Burke wins it back. Pinto's through. His finishing is not his best stat. And that's proven there. Leonardo Pinto putting on his best James Scott impression, missing a gilt-edged opportunity. can see pace is good, passing's good, dribbling's good, but shooting, not so good. Dribbling 86, short passing 96 now, finishing only 61. That is why I'm contemplating moving Pinto deeper. If we're able to keep hold of him, that is, of course, because he may well go out on loan next year if we don't make it to the Premier League. Even if we do make it to the Premier League, if we get a bid from a club that we certainly can't turn a bid down from, then we still may end up losing Leonardo Pinto for the time being. I do imagine, though, it would be a situation similar to the Don Brown scenario with the Cambridge RTG on FIFA 20, whereas if we lose one of our star players on our way up through the leagues, when we're at the right level, we buy them back again. We did that with Dominic Brown. We sold him to Liverpool when we were in League One with Cambridge. I'm going to lift this, looking for Doherty. Could bring it down and then get an early shot away. We did it with Don Brown when we were in League One and brought him back again when we were in European competition. And I think we waited till we were Champions League. We would have to do something similar with Leonardo Pinto, I believe, in this save if we end up losing him. But I'm going to try everything I can to keep him at the club. But certainly, it might be a positional change that sees us get more out of him. He's been very, very good. But when those chances fall to him, he's not taking them. And I need him to. Scott to Wallace. Doherty. Back to Wallace. He is left-footed. It's well saved by Bentley. Comfortable enough, though. Pretty easy save for him. Hunt. Back to Masengo. Oh, good footwork initially, but Burke was able to somehow muddle his way through and get the ball away from them. Wilkes to Scott. Out to Malik Wilkes again. Oh, lovely footwork. And get away from the man. Pinto's there. Scott's here too. Oh, but more steps in. Oh, I can't push that because then they'll easily play the man in behind. Which they've gone to do anyway. Andy Weimann at least has a defender near him. And we've managed to do that well enough. I very nearly just chased the ball there, and certainly that would have cost us at least a goal-scoring chance for Bristol City, if not a goal for Bristol City, because they would have had an extra man. Oh, it's poor from Scott. Again, not got the pass on this occasion where he didn't have the finish in the last game. Not quite clicking for us offensively today, but we have at least got the one win so far. Out to Malik Wilkes. Into Leonardo Pinto. Oh, and again, not got the strength this time to hold the man off. Oh, dearie me. We're getting so close to some good chances to give us a decent lead here against Bristol City, but I can't work it yet. Oh, and Malik Wilkes has got to show better strength there against Jay Da Silva as well. It's not good enough. Win that head. I think it's Jay Da Silva. I might be wrong there. Whoop. Josh Emmanuel had to stop and turn around, but it's actually Doherty that gets to the loose ball first. Right, Scott round the corner. Scott's in. Pulls it wide. Although, it wasn't the best of angles, and taking it first time on his weak foot wasn't the best of ideas from me, to be fair. Doherty, Emmanuel making the move, and then hopefully Wilkes does in front of him. He doesn't. Scott. Come on, find the pass on this occasion. Walsh dinked over to Masengo, forward to Semenyo. Could go again. Burke being drawn away. I'm being pulled this way and that with my defenders. And I'm worried about where the ball's going to end up here. Hunt in the box. Good block by Elder. It'll be a corner for Bristol City. This first half has been all Hull City. But it could end with a Bristol City goal. Flicked away by Elder, only as far as Masengo. In there to Mariappa. I don't fancy him from there, to be honest. I'm quite happy to have him in possession there. Wallace forward nicely to Scott. Lewis Potter. Oh, he just got away from me trying to squeeze one final chance out of this first half. It might even be 1-0 to the home side here at Ashton Gate. Semenyo back to Masengo. And tackled by Burke. I'm just going to punt it because the referee's going to blow his half-time whistle. That was probably the most we've dominated a half for a long time without taking the lead. Nice tackle by Wallace. Elder's on the overlap. Here we go. Let's start the second half in the same manner, please. Lewis Potter, Pinto looking for Scott on his right foot. Good save by Bentley. Definitely much better on his right than he is his left, James Scott. Is he any good in the air? Oof, Bentley batters that away. Doherty knock it down. A 1-2 with Wilkes. A 1-2-3. Out wide here to Lewis Potter. Oh, that's more hope than hit. In a hit and hope. Lewis Potter. Doherty. In there to James Scott. And back to Pinto. Good touch and turn from the edge of the box. He's got good shot power, James Scott. And when he does get a clear opportunity on his right foot, it is decently taken, but it's just not good enough. Regularly enough for me. Device doesn't do that regularly enough either, but that could be a crucial breakthrough in our playoff hunt. Jordi Device, leading by example, the captain's armband on as ever, and powering in a header with 25 minutes to go as James Scott goes off and Charlie Barnett comes on. That is a brilliant header, crashed into the back of the net to give us a fully deserved 1-0 lead. Hell of a leap. Great technique. Most of them fly out and over the bar. That one, though, on the odd occasion, ends up going in. Oh, 1-0 Hull. Semenyo out wide to Hunt. Coventry have gone Birmingham City. It's 2-1. Birmingham are losing, which, as you could tell from the table, does us the world of good. That's please going out. Because Birmingham are the side currently occupying 6th spot. That would mean if they lose that game and we win this game, that we'd be 2 points behind Birmingham with a game in hand. However, we do still have to play Birmingham City later this season. So it could either swing massively in our favour with them, or if they beat me, despite the fact that it's in our favour currently, it could swing back towards them later in the year. Wallace, some good dribbling to keep the ball away from everybody there. Doherty, Pinto, Barnett. He's left-footed though, trying to work that space. Not able to do it properly. Some good dribbling though. Doherty, shot blocked. We're still encamped on the edge of this Bristol City box. If we don't win this game, it is an absolute travesty. Lewis Potter, Pinto's there. Quickly to Charlie Barnett. Some good footwork, some really good footwork. The youngster draws another save out of Bentley, and Malik Wilkes can't get the ball off the defender. And now they're in at the other end. Andy Weimann brings that down. And you can see my manager's frustration at the fact that he was pretty much unchallenged in doing so. 1-0 is not enough for me to feel comfortable at any point in any game in this save. And I see the through ball onto Masengo there. He's going to find Walsh. And that's why 1-0 is not enough. He's offside! Oh, the linesman might well have saved our season there. And narrowly, ever so narrowly, the right call. Heart in mouth. But we still have our lead. Pinto again. Goal at the Riverside. Middlesbrough 2-2 against Sheffield United. Sheffield United chasing promotion, but more that automatic spot than running the risk of anyone catching them from outside the playoffs. There's not long to go in this game. We just need to see it through. I have not dominated a game like this ever in this save, for sure. And not in any save for a very long time. Nearly 80% possession in this game. Pinto could have started the game off brilliantly by giving us a 1-0 lead. He wasn't able to do so, but eventually the pressure paid and we did get that 1-0 lead and we do get the 1-0 win, but it had to come from the centre-back. We had almost 80% possession in that game. Genuinely, I have never dominated a game like that. What? With 5 minutes to go, when I was in possession, just before the start of that highlight, it said that I had like 79% possession. And it's dropped to 63. You can see, though, from the stats, at least the shot creation stats, how much we dominated that game and how we didn't win by more than a goal to nil is beyond me. Our goal difference could still be a deciding factor as Villa beat Norwich in their fight for the title. Norwich been free-falling recently and are now only 10 points ahead of us, and we have a game in hand on them. And Birmingham did lose, so we are in pole position now. Reading have a game in hand too, and their goal difference is better than ours. Goal differences might well be the deciding factor in what keeps us in or, in fact, out of the playoffs. With a game to go in this episode, if we win our match day 38, we go above Birmingham and close the gap to Norwich down to 7 points. But if Reading close the gap yet further, then they might well be going into 6th place. And our next game is 8th place, Sheffield Wednesday. This season keeps on giving with the drama. It is not stopping and will not stop till the end of the season. It's going to keep going. George Honeyman is back for the playoff push. Wallace has been great, but the chance to bring George Honeyman back cannot be thrown away. And he was 72 rated, I'm sure, before he had his injury. I'll check the squad hub to see what's happened to his overall this season. I'm sure he was 72 rated. It says 70. I could have sworn he was 72. He might well have dropped back down to 70. George Honeyman, though, back in the starting lineup. Is he going to be fit enough to start against Sheffield Wednesday? I certainly hope so. Can he have a big part to play in that game? I'd be surprised, but you never know. Oh, Jesus Christ, this season is so... It seems at the minute that every season, in almost every save, always has something big to play for. And I don't know how it keeps transpiring that way, but I think half of it is the fact that I've not yet been good enough to just run away with a league title or ease towards a comfortable end of season. There's always drama at the end of a year. Up next, Sheffield Wednesday at home. Sheffield Wednesday's lineup, Cameron Dawson in goal. Josh Windass still up top for them, one of the league's top goal scorers continually. His father's reputation was very good at this level. His son Josh trying to fire his current side against his dad's team. Out of the playoff hunt. We will not allow it. Adam Reach out wide to Palmer at right wing back. Can I get to that with Elder? Brilliant tackle. And it's our throw as well. That's very important. Right, George Honeyman back involved for the first time in months. I think 5 months he was out for total. Doherty through to Pinto. He missed the chance at the start of the Bristol City game. That one was on target at least, but Dawson comfortably makes the save. Pinto with the delivery. It was Device. In the last game, it wasn't Device that was anywhere near that. Pinto with the delivery from the corner. It's deflected and hacked away, but not clear. Doherty. Oh, nice interception by Deli Bashiru. Lewis Potter. Oh, and Reach has done brilliantly to step across me there. Frustrating. The chances are there to start the game on the front foot again. If we can dominate this one the same way we did Bristol City, we will be comfortable. But Sheffield Wednesday, darn sight better side than Bristol City. And having a darn sight better season as well. Burke intercepts and Lewis Potter caught in possession by Palmer. Hell of a track back from him. That's brilliant effort and work ethic. But will he tire himself out? Their lineup wasn't all fully fit stamina-wise leading into this game. And that could pay dividends for us at the end of the game. Especially with substitutions as well against much more tired players than usual. To maybe give us the edge here. We can't really afford to drop points in any game remaining this season. We have to win everything and hope that it's enough for that 6th spot come the final day. Penny back to Reach. In there to Patterson. And side netting only. Elder into Honeyman. Forwards to Wilkes. And Pinto. Oof. Caught in possession. No foul, just wasn't strong enough there. And now on the counter, we might be in trouble. Luongo has options. Tried to outmuscle him there with Burke and couldn't get to it. Device pokes that away, but only as far as Deli Bashiru. Trying to put the pressure on in the midfield now. And George Honeyman has done that wonderfully well. We've missed that sort of ingenuity in the midfield and that sort of work ethic. And he's played through Malik Wilkes. And George Honeyman has an assist on his return. And Malik Wilkes has another goal up top at striker. We lead 1-0 against playoff rivals. That could be a huge goal come the end of play of this championship season. Brilliant. Considering he was thrown off balance when playing that pass there, George Honeyman. That's an excellent pass. Malik Wilkes tucked away on that 5-star weak foot really nicely. Luongo, that's a lovely ball out wide. And Penny's in, but forced backwards by good defending from Joshua Emmanuel. Here's Adam Reach inside to Luongo again. Runner off him. Honeyman battling hard. Where's Patterson going to go? Oh, back to Luongo. Yes, Reece Burke just throwing everything on the line to ensure that Wednesday don't get back in this game. Malik Wilkes has Pinto there making the move, but don't fancy Pinto for a chance on goal, to be honest. I've got Pinto to play in to try and find a teammate here, and he's itching for that ball through, and then Pinto. 96 short passing, you say? My backside. And I've drawn the defender out of position there, and now we really are in trouble. Callum Patterson in behind. Do I close the man down? Do I go for the ball? I, in the end, can't do either. And Jordan Rhodes, who's off the bench, for Josh Windass. Sweeps home and proves the manager right in making that change. 96 passing, Pinto, eh? 96. Occasionally, I do think maybe we'd be better off without Leonardo Pinto. Reach into Deli Bashiru. I tried to get there with Honeyman. Couldn't. Overstepped it. Jordan Rhodes. Oh, there's a man free on this far side. Palmer's gone backwards though, and they're moving it back centrally again. Jordan Rhodes with the space. Yes, Reece Burke. That's what we like to see. Determined, precise defending. And Keane Lewis Potter in behind. He's not going to be able to go for goal from here, but he's got support arriving. Oh, Pinto doesn't get the shot away before the defender closes him down. Win that header. Fight hard, Reece. Continue to do it. Please, I need you to reach. Could go round the corner to Callum Patterson. Does do so. I've had changes waiting to be made for about 15 in-game minutes now that haven't had the chance to come on because the ball hasn't gone out. Penny, with 2 minutes to go, a goal now would seal it for Wednesday. And they've got a corner. Oh, my changes are happening now, though. Can't believe it. Honeyman off and Dave Gunn on. We've got Adelican coming off and Charlie Barnett coming on. And Bayar coming on at right back for Joshua Emmanuel as well. Delivered in. Away, please. Doherty well to Deli Pashiru, though. Borna, the defender. The ball is there to be won, and Malik Wilkes has won it. And if the referee allows the chance, we probably wouldn't have scored anyway, but... Oh! A 1-1 draw against Sheffield Wednesday. The fans didn't seem that pleased with that. It's not a result that suits either side, really, because if other results don't go our way, we'll both end up losing ground on those above us. And we were the early kickoff of the day. We were the early kickoff. What does the league table look like at the end of today's episode? We sit in 7th, a point behind Birmingham City. Still 10 behind Norwich with a game in hand. That 6th spot is still right there. There's a point between Birmingham and us. A further point back to Reading. A further 2 to Sheffield Wednesday and Preston. Then Cardiff and Derby still clinging on to hopes. Cardiff especially with that game in hand. Clinging on to hopes of closing down that gap. But I don't think it's going to happen for them. But crucially, we've lost our game in hand against Birmingham. I needed to win that. Aston Villa, Middlesbrough and Brentford tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Christmas Day. Aston Villa, Brentford and co. The day after tomorrow. It's going to be Boxing Day when the next episode is. Lads, I'm going to do a separate individual intro for this video, so I will have already said it. But to reiterate again, thank you very much for your support this year in 2020. Very, very much appreciate it. Have yourselves a wonderful Christmas. I know it's not the Christmas that we were all hoping for this year, but fingers crossed you can still enjoy it to the best of your ability. And hopefully we can still enjoy this second season here at Hull to the best of our ability by getting that 6th spot. I'll recharge on Christmas Day and we'll go again on the 26th. I'll see you then.